Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. This is Lynn with Little Learner Printables. We are continuing the discussion of social and emotional development pertaining to relationship skills. Today's presentation is about cooperating with others, which means building cooperation and teamwork skills. So let's get started. I have an important announcement to make. I wanted to let you know that I am pausing the next presentation in this series to address an extremely important topic, bullying. And because of the amount of information, I will be presenting this topic in 2 to 3 separate presentations. Recently, I came across a heartbreaking story about a 10-year-old child who took their own life because of being bullied. And like so many others, I was deeply saddened by this tragedy. Over the past decade, I have witnessed a significant increase in bullying behaviors among young children, whether directed toward peers or even adults. We have also all seen the growing number of news stories involving violence in schools, homes, and communities involving both young adults and young children. These situations are tragic, and many of them are preventable. My hope is that by sharing meaningful information and practical strategies on this serious subject, we as a community of parents, teachers, and caregivers can work together to better support children who are struggling, whether they are experiencing bullying or engaging in bullying behaviors themselves. This is one of the main reasons I created this channel. I have always believed that learning begins at birth and starts within the home. When planning the content for this channel, I intentionally chose to begin with 2 important developmental areas: social and emotional and self-regulation skills. These skills are essential for young children, especially ages 3 to 5, to learn first, though these skills begin developing much earlier. These foundation skills not only prepare children for kindergarten readiness, but also for life. While academic development is equally important, and I will continue to cover these topics in future presentations, true learning begins right here. Without strong social, emotional, and self-regulation skills, children are far more likely to struggle in relationships, behavior, communication, and learning environments. These skills are also directly connected to the issue of bullying and how children respond to conflict, emotions, and social situations. So please be sure to subscribe so you do not miss this upcoming presentation. Together, we can help create safer, healthier, and more supportive environments for children. Cooperation is one of the most important social, emotional, and relationship skills preschool children ages 3 to 5 begin to develop. It means learning how to interact positively with others while working toward a shared goal, solving problems together, and respecting the needs and feelings of peers. During the preschool years, children are still naturally developing self-control, communication skills, empathy, and emotional understanding. Because of this, cooperation does not happen automatically. Young children often want the same toy, want to be first, or may not yet understand another child's perspective. Learning to cooperate helps children move from thinking only about their own wants and needs to recognizing that other people also have feelings, ideas, and desires. This skill becomes the foundation for healthy relationships, successful classroom participation, and future teamwork skills throughout life. Preschool cooperation involves much more than simply playing nicely. It includes learning how to share materials fairly, participate in group activities, solve social conflicts, listening to others, compromise, communicate needs appropriately, and regulate emotions during social situations. Children who are developing strong cooperation skills begin learning how to negotiate simple problems, wait appropriately, contribute to group tasks, and feel successful as part of a team. These experiences build confidence, emotional security, and positive peer relationships. When children cooperate successfully, they experience feelings of belonging, acceptance, and accomplishment, all of which support healthy social and emotional development. There are three major ways preschool children commonly learn to cooperate with others: splitting up shared items, working together, and taking turns. Each of these skills teaches important social and emotional concepts. Number one, splitting up shared items teaches fairness, flexibility, and empathy. Number two, working together teaches teamwork, communication, and problem solving. And number three, taking turns teaches patience, impulse control, and understanding that others also deserve opportunities. These skills often overlap, and children may use more than one cooperation strategy during play. For an example, children building a block tower may split the blocks fairly, take turns adding pieces, and work together to complete the structure. Developing cooperation skills takes time, guidance, and repeated practice. Many preschool children struggle with these skills because they are still learning emotional regulation and social understanding. When observing children for the purpose of documentation or helping a child through a difficult situation, always be aware of the environment at that time, what took place, who was involved when the conflict happened. This is helpful as you work with children that may need additional support. Some children are more likely to grab toys, refuse to share, become aggressive, cry when frustrated, or withdraw from peers altogether. These behaviors are developmentally common, but they are also opportunities for adults to teach important relationship skills. Teachers and parents play a critical role by modeling cooperation, guiding children through conflicts, encouraging problem solving, and providing activities that allow children to practice these skills in supportive and structured ways. Let's look at three major ways preschool children commonly learn to cooperate with others. Number one, splitting up the item we want to share. Splitting up an item means children learn how to divide materials fairly so everyone can participate. This helps children understand fairness, empathy, compromise, and flexible thinking. Young children often believe they should have all of something they want, so learning to divide materials teaches them that cooperation helps everyone feel included and successful. Here's a child developing this skill. Two preschool children are sitting at an art table with one container of Play-Doh. One child says, "We can each have some," and helps divide the Play-Doh into two pieces. Both children smile and begin creating together peacefully. A child struggling with this skill. Two children both want the same box of crayons. One child grabs the entire box and says, "Mine." The other child becomes upset and cries. The child holding the crayon is unable to understand why sharing fairly is important. Number two, working together. Working together means children cooperate toward a common goal or activity. This includes communicating ideas, helping one another, listening to peers, and participating in group tasks. Working together teaches teamwork, friendship skills, problem solving, and understanding different perspectives. Here's an example of children developing this skill. Three children are building a large block tower together. One child gathers blocks, another one stacks them, and another adds decorations. The children are talking to each other about how tall they want the tower to be and celebrate when they are finished. Here's an example of a child struggling with this skill. A group of children are building with magnetic tiles. One child repeatedly knocks down the structure because they want control of the activity. The child struggles to listen to peers or participate cooperatively within the group. And lastly, number three, taking turns. Taking turns mean children learn to wait appropriately while others have an opportunity to participate. This skill requires patience, self-control, emotional regulation, and understanding fairness. Turn taking helps children develop impulse control and prepares them for structured classroom routines. An example of children developing this skill: two children are using a toy cash register in dramatic play. One child says, "You can go first, then it's my turn." The child waits patiently while watching the other child play. An example of a child struggling with this skill: a child sees another child riding a tricycle and immediately pushes them off because they want a turn right away. The child becomes angry and screams when told they must wait. Why are cooperation skills so important? These skills are essential because they form the foundation for healthy social relationships and emotional development. Preschool children who learn how to cooperate are more likely to build friendships, feel connected to peers, and experience positive classroom interactions. These children begin learning how to solve problems peacefully, communicate their needs appropriately, and regulate their emotions during frustrating situations. Cooperation also supports children's ability to participate successfully in classroom routines, group learning experiences, and structured activities. Children who can cooperate often feel more confident socially because they experience acceptance and success within peer groups. It is critical to remember that cooperation skills also strongly impacts later academic and social success. It is important for preschool children to have every opportunity to learn, practice, and master this skill before entering kindergarten, because classrooms do require children to work in groups, follow directions, share materials, wait their turn, and solve problems with their peers. Children who struggle with this skill are more likely to experience frequent conflicts, frustration, social rejection, difficulty participating in learning activities, and could face disciplinary action due to disruption of classroom instructions. Strong cooperation skills help children focus on learning instead of constant social struggles. They also help children develop empathy, respect for others, and emotional resilience. In addition, cooperation teaches children important lifelong relationship skills. As children grow, they will need to cooperate in friendships, sports, family relationships, and workplaces and communities. Preschool children who experience positive cooperative interactions often develop stronger self esteem, better emotional regulation, and greater confidence in social situations. Examples of why this skill matters: a child who learns to cooperate during group play is more likely to make and maintain friendships. A child who learns turn taking develops patience and self control needed for classroom learning. A child who learns teamwork develops communication and problem solving skills. And a child who learns fairness and sharing develops empathy and kindness toward others. Let's look at the benefits of learning cooperation skills. This builds positive friendships, develops empathy and understanding of others, improves communication skills, supports emotional regulation, encourages problem solving abilities, helps children feel included and accepted, increases self confidence, strengthens listening skills, promotes patience and flexibility, reduces aggressive behaviors, supports classroom success, encourages teamwork and leadership skills, helps children handle frustration appropriately, and develops fairness and respect for others. When children struggle with cooperation skills, they are more likely to experience frequent peer conflicts, frustration, loneliness, and rejection from their peers. They are more likely to become aggressive, controlling, possessive, and emotionally overwhelmed during social situations. Some children may withdraw from peers altogether because social interactions feel stressful or unsuccessful. These children often have difficulty participating in group activities, sharing materials, and handling disappointments appropriately. Children may also experience low self confidence because they repeatedly encounter negative social experiences. Without support, these struggles will impact classroom participation, learning opportunities, emotional development, and friendships. However, cooperation skills can absolutely be taught and strengthened through patient guidance, modeling, structured activities, and repeated practice opportunities. Let's look at 7 key activities and ideas to help children develop cooperation skills. Number 1, splitting up shared items. This includes dividing Play-Doh together, share art supplies during group art, split snack items fairly, share puzzle pieces, use one sensory bin with multiple children, and practice dividing blocks equally. Number 2, working together. This would include build one large block structure together, create a classroom mural, work on partner puzzles, plant flowers together, build train tracks cooperatively, cook simple classroom recipes together, group scavenger hunt, and large parachute games. Number 3, taking turns. This would include rolling a ball back and forth, board games, beanbag toss games, musical instruments during circle time, taking turns on playground equipment, turn-taking cards or timers, storytelling where each child adds a part. Number 4, adult-guided support. Model sharing language, narrate cooperative behaviors, use visual cue cards, practice role-playing social situations, use social stories about cooperation, and give specific praise for cooperative behavior. Number 5, structured practice activities. Partner games instead of large groups, cooperative obstacle courses, turn-taking sensory activities, simple team cleanup games, puppet role play scenarios, and cooperative dramatic play themes. Number 6, helpful teacher phrases. How can we make this fair? Can you work together? What solution can we find? Whose turn is next? How would your friend feel? Let's solve this problem together. And number 7, emotional support strategies. Teach calming strategies before conflict occurs. Help children label emotions. Use simple problem-solving steps. Practice waiting with short time periods first. Prepare children ahead of transitions or sharing situations. Here are some storybooks about cooperating skills. Number 1, Llama Llama Time to Share. Helps children understand sharing, waiting, and cooperative play with peers. Number 2, Hands Are Not for Hitting. Helps children learn gentle interactions, problem solving, and positive social behaviors. And lastly, Sam Learns to Share by yours truly. This helps children learn about sharing, taking turns, cooperating, and that playing kindly can help make friendships grow. This book is available in my store. Just go to the books category. This book includes 10-page story, vocabulary words, reading comprehension with multiple choice answers, and a separate teacher answer key. Well, we're at the end, and I just want to remind you again that my next 2 to 3 presentations will cover the topic of bullying. I will then continue the exploration of social and emotional development. When the foundation skill of social and emotional development series is finished, I will begin language and literacy. I hope you found this presentation to be informative and valuable. If so, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share to ensure you and your friends receive notifications of future content. As always, thank you so much for your continued dedication to supporting young learners. Happy teaching!